And we're going live, Jeremy. Coming to you live from Hale's headquarters. How's everyone doing this evening? Want to say happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day to the fathers out there that play both roles.
Do you think your mom is going to be in the Whatnot auction tonight?
Probably not.
Ah!
And happy...
I love it when your mom's in the auction.
She's never been in the auction. But happy Mother's Day to those
What are you talking about? Your mom buys so many
fur
things.
babies. That have fur babies.
Say what now? Why are you leaving out the feathers? Why are you leaving out the feathers,
Happy
George?
Mother's Day to the mamas out there that have feather babies, fluffy butts, or any other beautiful animal.
Michelle, thank you so much.
Thanks, Michelle. Welcome to our weekly live stream where we get to hang out with you. If you're joining in real time at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, we get to read your comments in the live chat. And Jeremy usually likes to
You know what? Can I
sing
have
a
my
song.
phone really quick?
Where would that be?
It's right there. Prepped for the auction.
Oh,
I forgot to share that we're live on Facebook.
Okay.
Stall, George, stall!
All right. Jeremy
Stall.
talking about my mom being at the auctions. I highly doubt she's
The
downloaded.
profile, your mom.
Oh, your mom. Yes.
Oh my
there
goodness.
is a profile by the name of your mom that does attend our auctions. And if you haven't joined our live auctions yet, what the hells are you waiting for? I've pinned the comment in the live chat. All you got to do is download the link. Click on the link. Download the app. You're invited using our invite link. You should automatically get a $15 credit. That $15 credit sits in your Whatnot wallet, and then it's automatically redeemed during your first purchase. And the crazy part and the cool part is you don't even have to spend it with What the Hells. You can spend it anywhere on the app. So for those of you who want to support us, download it. For those of you who love to hate us, download it and still spend the $15.
That's our title, Big Celebration.
Big
Court updates.
celebration.
We're celebrating the court updates.
We're winning. We're winning,
We're
Jeremy.
winning like crazy. McLeod. Thank you.
Thanks.
Did Dana just ground me again?
Oh
Oh my goodness.
no!
Happy birthday to you.
Who, me?
Happy birthday to you.
Who, me?
Happy birthday, dear George.
Who's George?
You know what? We are going to get into some horrific investigating reporting tonight with motions in a court case with my children. So, the worst investigative reporting ever. Who's George?
The same person who's like, who's George?
Who's
I don't know
George?
who that is.
Amanda Martin was never Jeremy's victim's advocate.
But-
3 times. Happy birthday to
And this is the journalist that people are just opening up their wallets for.
you.
Get it wrong. Thank you.
Wow.
Birthday wishes, everyone.
How old are you?
Thank you.
How old are you?
Well, technically, if you want to do the math correctly, when the math is mathin', technically I'm 43 years old.
Nope. Not gonna happen. I ain't doing the math.
But it's so much more fun to say that I'm 10 years older than I really am. Just to see people's expressions.
Here's the best part about you saying that, okay? This is the funniest part is the lovers, the What the Hale's lovers out there, they get the joke.
They get the sarcasm.
You get the sarcasm, you get the joke. The haters are sending nasty emails. Why is your public information say this is your birthday? I'm like, oh my goodness, how stupid. How completely and totally stupid can people be?
I mean, if they don't get our sense of humor, they're never going to get it.
No, they're never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Get it. George,
Yes.
in honor of your birthday,
Yeah.
I thought I'd get you some Wait, hold a second.
What?
Is this mac?
Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays.
This is a mac and cheese cover up with cheesecake. This is definitely a mac and cheese cover up. You see this?
It's being covered up.
It's being
right
covered
now
up by cheese.
by the corrupt cheesecake.
Cake. Oh my goodness! Somebody, contact the authorities, please. There is a mac and cheese cover-up going on at Hale's headquarters right now.
What shall we do?
Please, Larry Foreman, will you please cover this story? There's a mac and cheese cover-up story here at What the Hales. Megan Fox, Tug, Shizzy, come on, please.
Anybody.
Please, anybody. Please don't make me beg the losers on YouTube. Oh, no. Oh, you guys will? Okay. All right. Thanks. Appreciate it. That's for you later.
Oh, well, thank you.
But
thank you.
For right now, oh yeah. Now, I know what you guys are all thinking. Jeremy, that's not a birthday cake. Nope, it's not.
But it's cake.
But it is a cake.
It is cake.
And George likes
traditions alive.
And so, by the way,
yeah,
there's a fork for you.
Okay.
There's a birthday fork.
Fork ready.
And I think we have to sing again.
No.
Oh, we don't?
No, you don't.
Okay,
I just have to blow the whistle.
Now you're a whistleblower.
For my birthday, I want to be a whistleblower.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to make a wish.
All right.
And
wait, hold a second. Whisper what the wish was. Yeah. Oh yeah, that one's coming through. Okay, I'm ready. Whoa, nice.
Which one do I dive into? This is a sampler.
It is. You want to lick the?
I got four different types of cheesecake.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna dive into this one.
Which one?
This one right here.
Chocolate?
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
Yeah.
I ain't scared.
Okay.
I ain't scared. Do it.
All right.
Do it.
All right. Who wants a bite?
You guys all want a bite?
Everyone at home always gets the first bite. You guys get the first bite. Open up.
Eric, here's your napkin. I got you a napkin as well. And oopsies. Come on, there we go. Got it back. Okay.
It hits the taste buds. It hits it.
You know what? I want the mac and cheese. I want the mac and cheese. This is the real story. The mac and cheese. They're not bad. Not bad.
That's good.
You need a drink?
Mine's over there.
Oh.
I'm going to go get my drink. It's over there.
Okay. We are giving away $100 tonight. Double Karma, thank you so much.
On Mother's Day.
Best mom ever. Best gift you can win for your mom. We're giving away $100. $100.
Yeah.
I saw, well, you know how people message us all the time on all the platforms. We can't even keep up with it. And somebody was saying, they're saying you don't give anything away online. Well, first of all, I didn't know that being online meant that you had to give things away. And I think the biggest gift we've given away so far is like $2,600 of gold, which is now worth like $3,600.
Yeah.
Well, we did restore site for a viewer. We helped with that process. We did gift 2 speedboats to a camp for kids. We did with everybody's help out there. I want to be very clear with everybody's help out there. So book bags and supplies for the Egyptian orphans.
Microwaves to those in need.
Yes, microwaves in Cleveland. That was a ton of fun. But we don't do gifts. I don't know. I guess it's just not our thing. I should probably.
Well, I don't know how many people are saying that.
Well,
but
I don't know either. But I should probably put this in the fridge.
Maybe they need to catch up. Catch up.
Like who's George?
Not today. Jeremy's wearing a shirt that says "Nope, not today," and then mine just says "Not today," which we are going to be auctioning off our T-shirts also on Whatnot after our auction, but right before we give away this $100 gift card. And who doesn't love free money? Who doesn't love free money? We typically every Sunday we typically do a buyer's appreciation where we give away $100 or more to one of our lucky buyers.
Did we do 5? We did 500 last.
We did 500
last Sunday, didn't we? Kasha, thank you so much.
Was it last Sunday?
Yeah, it was last Sunday. Candace, thank you so much. She made key lime cheesecake.
No, it wasn't last Sunday. It was the Sunday before. It was
May 4th we gave away. Didn't we?
No, that was your Uncle Ed start.
Oh,
So
yes, that's all in the mail.
It all
Jeez.
gets.
Holy cow. Holy cow.
The last Sunday in April.
Angel, thank you so much. Janet, thank you. Dan, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, boy. Everything.
Dan says you gave away a unit full of rocks.
Yeah, that's true. I did. I gave a unit full of rocks to Conky. And then Conky started auctioning them off on YouTube, which was pretty hilarious.
And then Liz Barnes took 3 of them and made these beautiful paintings of what the Hale,
which are on display
yeah.
up north and south.
They are. They are.
Yes, that happened as well.
They were just way too cool to auction off. I wanted to keep them.
Sometimes you just got to call dibs. You do have to call dibs. Yeah. You do have to call dibs. I understand completely. So you've had a busy day, if not week. I mean, let's see. You had a plumbing issue at your house. You've been working with plumbers at your place, at your home. You've got a car that has to get fixed. You've been hanging out with your son, your mom, your dad.
Yeah.
Where do you find time to even work?
It's nonstop work, to be honest.
Oh.
I'm surprised that I even had time to do all the other things you just mentioned.
I was shocked she showed up for work tonight. I was sitting there like, is she coming to work? Is she coming to,
But you don't even wear a watch, so why are you looking at your wrist?
Oh, good point. I was like, is she coming to work? Is she coming to work?
Thanks, S. Shine.
Is she coming to work? And, but it is. Uncle Eddie
That's
text.
Right.
My Uncle Eddie's birthday is today.
It's officially today.
So
yes.
George's was yesterday,
birthday,
and Uncle Eddie's. You call him Ed. You
Well,
understood the assignment.
So out of respect in our culture,
Yeah,
we
right,
always
thank you.
call family members uncle or aunt, even though they're not related. It's just kind of like a respect thing.
In the Arabic culture.
So yeah. So you'll catch me call him Uncle Ed. Just
MSPJ, thank you so much. So I was shocked she even showed up for work tonight.
Liz said more what the Hales rocks to come.
Probably more units with more rocks too to come. So what time did you show up for work tonight? Was it like 6:30?
I started as early as...
I think you came flying up the drive at 6. But I mean tonight for the live, you came flying up the drive.
So I worked before I left.
Yeah.
And then I continued to work when I got back.
About 6:30, she was like...
Yeah. There's a lot of preparation that's involved whenever we run our auctions. A lot of the behind the scenes that you guys don't see. We do make it look easy, but there is a lot of work involved. A lot of work.
Tremendous amount of work. Non-stop work. Work. So we've got quite a few things we got to tackle tonight. We definitely have a lot of mail. There's a lot of, well, actually, as I share this, there's very minimal buzz on the anti-What the Hales ecosystem talking about my child, one of my children, in regards to the court and a motion that my ex-wife's attorney made. And so
I'm out of the loop with that.
I know, I didn't even tell you about it.
Online.
But that's okay. We're going to go over the judge's decree, and we're going to see if she was right or not. And if what she said is false and all these fools are repeating it, guess what? They're going to be held liable for that in federal court. Isn't that interesting? Ray Boneless is going to be held liable for more defamation. Isn't that amazing? Felisa is going to be... Dodgy Robbie is going to be held liable for more defamation. More! Wow. Okay, so we'll get to that. And Denise, thank you so much. And I realize as I even touch on that particular item for, briefly, it means nothing to so many of you watching right now or watching afterwards. It's such a small sliver that even watch or pay attention to the anti-What the Hales, because they're not relevant. All they're doing is digging deeper holes for themselves.
They do try extremely hard to be relevant.
Well, that's the funny thing. They hate us, but they do everything they can to be us. That's the interesting part. Mayor Dan's in the chat. Thank you, Mayor Dan.
Mayor Dan. Thanks, Mayor Dan.
Mayor Dan, I almost called you today. So.
But he called Neighbor Dan instead.
I called Neighbor Dan instead.
We always distinguish. Was it
like,
Mayor
which
Dan? or neighbor Dan?
So Tat the Tank, after an hour of mowing, and you understand how much mowing I have to do at Hale's headquarters, Tat the Tank broke down. As a matter of fact, a relay just started on fire. And I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. I'm like, I'm so tired of this. Every time I mow, this thing breaks down. So I was like,
something new happened.
I was like, I'm going and I'm buying a new mower right now. Right now. and you know, most people don't do that. And probably some of you are thinking, can you do that? Well, if you have a credit card, you can probably do that. So I went to Tractor Supply and I bought their biggest mower, another Cub Cadet with a 60-inch deck, which is not built for the hills and the mountains that we are. I think we're in hills. We would be more foothills than what I would consider mountains.
Yes.
But there are certain zero-turn mowers that are built for that. So I went and I got the biggest mower with the biggest deck, and I went, okay, maybe I'll be okay, and I will take the other mower in for repair, and I'll just sell it when I'm done. Well, the new mower definitely cannot handle the hills, as I was sliding and sliding and sliding on the edge of the ravine, and Mayor Dan understands how high that ravine is. It's like 100 foot back by the garage, down to the campfire area, and I'm going off the ravine, and there's this stump, and the mower deck grabs onto the stump, and now it's stuck. It can't go anywhere. So I had to call my neighbor Dan, and I'm like, Dan!
So you were living on the edge. Literally living on
literally.
the edge, when you should have taken a push mower, knowing that it's dangerous.
So, I was trying to mow, like, all of this. And so I call my neighbor Dan. I'm like, Dan, can you come help? He's like, I'll be there in 5 minutes. The last time he called me, I was like, I'll be there in 5 minutes. And so Dan came up and saved me. We put a strap on the gator to pull the new mower. That did not work. Then we got the truck. We got Ramsey's and a chain, and we pulled it. Then now I have two mowers that don't work.
Oh no.
Actually, the new one works just fine. BC Eagle Deb, thank you so much.
No. Thank you, Deb.
But the problem is the new mower, I can't keep it. There's no way. It cannot handle this landscape. It is not built. It's built for flat, and it is not built for where we live by any stretch of the imagination.
So it's perfect for the ranch, perfect for the schoolhouse.
Well, it's the exact same one I bought for the schoolhouse. I was like, well, I got this one at the schoolhouse. I'll just buy another one. And
he learned real quick.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? There was a reason why I bought Tat the Tank, because the tank is built for this environment and this landscape, and these other mowers, they're not at all. So neighbor Dan saved me this time. Mayor Dan saved Kaylin over the winter, and her tracks, she almost went over the side of a ravine as well. So she was dropping off a gift for you, and then Mayor Dan had to save Kaylin on the drive. So Mayor Dan saved Kaylin, and neighbor Dan saved me today. So both Dans,
same area,
different areas,
okay.
But both Dans are both superheroes.
Heroes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
We appreciate them both.
Yep. So mowing's not done yet. It's supposed to rain all week, and I was like, I have to get this done. I have to get this done. But at the same time, we have a massive meeting on Tuesday. There are some major legal things happening in Ohio, and we have a massive meeting. What's going to go down in Ohio is going to be huge. And but let's get to mail first. Let's get to mail.
Okay. And
then we'll get into, or do you want to talk about Crooks? Well, we're going to talk about the court case after we get the mail. Let's get the mail first.
Okay.
That way we know we got it.
We do have a ton of mail. We didn't get to open the mail last week, so we're gonna
and then I promised we were going to open it this week. I think I did. You're going to have to pass me mail, and then we're going to have to set it aside so that we can have the auction for that. By the way, hey George.
Yes.
Do you know people love this hoodie? Love it. Absolutely love it.
It's a throwback.
They love it.
They love it.
And Bob, yes.
Thank you.
They love this hoodie. You know, I think it's pretty funny that Deuce tried to call me anti-Semitic, and yet here's the guy that is now reaching out to Larry Foreman's previous employees saying that he will represent them. That seems pretty anti-Semitic to me. That seems extremely anti-Semitic. So
Hold on a second. He's soliciting more people.
you didn't know this yet?
He can't.
You didn't know that?
He can't be that dumb.
Oh, I think he's way younger than
Publicly, he's soliciting people publicly.
from what I was emailed, he's also in chats and all of that again, making public posts on Facebook. So
He must be wanting to lose his license.
he's begging for it. And just like these fools are begging to be held accountable in court for their defamation.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Okay. You want to go first? Okay, I guess I'm going first. All right. How about you show, I read?
Okay.
Dang, girl, you smell like onions. To Baby Pepper.
I did have accidental onions with my dinner today.
To Baby Pepper, I hope that you enjoy these books. Happy reading. Love you, Christine Roman Noodles.
Oh, the noodles.
The noodles.
Thank you.
We'll make sure that Baby Pepper gets those tomatoes.
She will love it.
Tomorrow.
I'm going to give you these because you read faster than I do.
Well,
This is
I just make up words faster than you do.
Okay, so this one is from Michelle Hoffert. So shipped to What the Hales.
Okay.
They're business cards. Grounding proof, so they can't ground you.
It's like a get out of grounding free card. Nice.
There's 50 of them. What shall we do
Michelle,
with them?
every time Dana grounds me, we're going to flash one up. That's what we're going to do.
Thanks, Michelle.
There we go. All right. From Mary Dale, right? No, Mary. I can't see I thought Mary Dale was in New Zealand.
Ohio.
And this is Ohio. Adam, thank you so much. From Mary D. in Williamsburg, Ohio. Dear George, sending joyful birthday wishes on this special day. Have a wonderful birthday. You're such a sweet
Adam.
lady and a very pretty. And take care of yourself. Stay safe, both of you. Always remember, God has a plan for both of you.
Aww.
Love, Mary D.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Mary.
All right, this one says, sorry, I couldn't resist. You can sell it on Whatnot if you wish, from Debbie Vaughn.
Yeah, Debbie! You know me. Debbie, you know me. Yes, please.
Or she said re-gifted if you wish, and then sent this too.
I know somebody who needs that.
Oh, Debbie.
I know.
Debbie.
I know somebody. Don't let Crook know that we've got this kind of soap.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
Or paint chips.
Oh, yeah.
He's
obsessed with the backside too, man. These freaks.
Where did these people come from?
All right, from David Sawyer in Iowa. Okay, let's see. Oh, this one looks like a long one. All right, David says, what the Hales? Let's say we're a retired couple in Iowa who find your posts on YouTube shows absolutely most entertaining thing we've ever watched. Jeremy and George you were made for each other and are wonderful. Over this past weekend, we saw your YouTube show where you were doing a walkthrough of patient's late grandma's home. We understand at this time you've not gone so far as to make an offer as to the family's requesting, but we will further discuss in this letter. Okay, I think this has a lot to do with patient. I'm going to keep this one private.
Okay.
In regards to patient's grandma's home, we have not done a deal. What we did do is I offered to the family that we would clean everything out, myself, Patience, and Christian, and that we would be able to keep anything that we'd want to sell, but we would not charge them. Any other company would charge them a minimum of $5,000 plus dumpster fees, the whole deal. It is not a project I want to do, but it is a project that I said I would do for Patience and for her family. And at this point, we have not pulled the trigger. There's not been anything set up. So I'll read the rest of that later. Is this a mac and cheese cover-up?
This one says, hope you like this, Jeremy. Much love from Nola from Bridget.
Nola? It's a mac and cheese cover-up.
It's your favorite, SpongeBob, but she also sent the Transformer.
Oh, my goodness.
Transformer Ghostbuster.
I have not seen this one yet.
You don't have that one yet, do you?
That's Optimus Prime.
Nice.
Ecto 1.
That's
I do
awesome.
not have... Holy cow, that's cool.
Thank you, Bridget.
Man, that's cool. I'm setting that right over here with my other Ecto 1 Transformer. That's cool. Okay. See what else we got here. from Anthony Raymond. Anthony Raymond. Whoa! There's a 20. It's raining 20s. Hallelujah. There's a 20 right there. Okay. That just fell right out of there. Foster mom. Oh my goodness. For court fees. 20 for... Did we read about this in Florida, didn't we?
What is it?
Foster mom, allegedly
what?
She traded a child for an exotic monkey.
Only in Florida.
Only in Florida.
In Florida.
Thank you so much for your help for the legal fees.
All right.
We are, by the way, we said before we are at 320,000. I just got more bills for this month, which is just roughly at 20,000. We are now at 340,000.
My
What our
goodness.
legal fees are.
All right. The next box came directly from Amazon. Says, worth a shot to get rid of the mouses. You have better things to do, like find the next awesome storage unit. Love, Aunt Bob.
Yes, Aunt Bob. Vamoose.
Vamoose. There's 4 bags of Vamoose.
Should be
rodent repellent pouches.
Should be Vamice. I'm just throwing that out there. I can put those under the house. So really, the issue that we have, obviously, Ohio, anywhere in Ohio, it's not just our place, but anywhere in Ohio. And one of the very first videos that Deanna ever watched was about winterizing your camper that I did very early on in YouTube, and so you're gonna get mice because they're gonna look for heat sources. It's inevitable.
How dare you make content about mice? How dare you, Jeremy, make content about mice?
Okay. For George, happy birthday. It says, I hope you will have a truly marvelous and joyous day with family and friends. From Wendy.
Thank you, Wendy.
From Wendy.
Thank you. All right, this one's from Joanne Aerosmith from Kansas. Is KS Kansas?
While you're doing that, Wendy sent that from New Zealand.
Hey now.
And there's a letter in here for me too.
We came this close to going to New Zealand when we were in Hawaii.
It is one of my dream
We were so close to going to New Zealand because we were already so far down.
Wendy knows how to spell my name. Wendy knows. I hope that you have a truly marvelous and joyous day with family and friends. From Wendy. Wendy. And love watching you on YouTube. What the Hale's from Wendy. Thank you so much, Wendy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So this one says it's okay to read on air. It says, Dear George and Jeremy, I'm a longtime fan.
I'll read it while you unpack. I'm a longtime fan subscriber. I sent a few license plates a few years ago. I've been trying to figure out how I could help you all. I don't need these items, so I would like to give them to you to do as you please. I pray everything gets resolved soon. Maybe someday, God willing, I will get to meet you all. Until then, be good, be safe, and know that you are loved, being prayed for. Keep up the wonderful work. Joanne Aerosmith.
Aw.
What a cool last name, Aerosmith.
That's a cool name.
Which, if you remember, the Aerosmith autographed guitars that I found in Florida this past winter, they are now in the guitar hallway.
I personally drove them up.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Very cool.
Look,
very
stickers.
cool.
Says I put ketchup on my ketchup.
Oh, Andre got married in New Zealand, stayed for 3 months.
Oh,
I would
nice.
too. Okay, this is all the way from East Garfalaxa. Do you know where that is?
That would be in a different country.
Oh, that's Sean. That's Sean Chase.
That would be in a different country.
It's Sean Chase. It's Sean Chase. Oh, look at him. He's finding some of the good goods. Go spend them. Thank you so much, Sean. Thank you so much for the gifts here. Wow. Yeah, that's Sean. Sending stuff from around the world. All right, we're gonna keep going here. We got a lot of mail because we haven't been keeping up on things. Okay. All right, we have a very, very, very long bad duck. Thank you so much. Quack.
Quack, quack.
And I think we have a very, very heartfelt
goats.
letter here. And let me see here. Dear What the Hales, thank you for being such inspirational videos. We love watching them. And you're also positive all the time, even through the tough times. We live in Ohio, would love to meet you, and would love to share what we do. Aaron and Amanda will bring a message of hope to anybody struggling with addiction, suicide, substance abuse, alcoholism, mental disease, and a lot. I'm sorry, guys. A lot of these words we can't say on YouTube. And so I already said a bunch of them, and Hopefully the AI doesn't pick it up. I just kept reading. So they have powerful testimonies of battling some of these things personally and overcoming them. Praise the Lord for that. And then through the loving grace of Jesus Christ, we really believe that God saved us so we can save others by bringing them to Jesus. Amen. Absolutely agree. We will read the rest of this off camera, and we appreciate you and your gifts. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Holy deuces! You seen that?
Oh,
that's a bunch of deuces right there. I'll give you one guess because we know the handwriting. Definitely know the handwriting. Do you know the handwriting yet?
Oh, from Jenny?
You know the handwriting?
Yes.
You do?
Am I right?
I'm not telling you. Yes, it's Jenny. Jenny in New York. She sent a bunch of fun things.
Oh,
bunch of fun things for a bunch of people.
This one's This one's labeled to Pepper.
Is it?
Should we open it?
Yeah, we should open it.
It came all the way from California, Lancaster.
Even though the kids prep it, and so they've already seen it, we need to open it. Holy cow, that's a lot.
All of this is for Baby Pepper. Pink
Jenny,
Panther.
thank you so much.
This whole box of goodies is for Baby Pepper, and there's a card in here for PNC. The Walkers from the Walkers. Fun. It's just
I think that's a box of goodies for them to sell on their auctions.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll make sure we get them.
So cool.
What day is
tomorrow
coming back out? Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. He's got to bring
All right.
Ramses too.
We'll make sure they get this. So thank you.
This has got to be oatmeal. Let me see. Let me find out. I think this might be oatmeal. Is this from the oatmeal? Nope, it's from Don Martin. There you go. Happy birthday, George. Enjoy your special day. You're a true treasure. From Don Martin.
These are good. Double dark chocolate.
Tanya, thank you so much.
This is probably really good with coffee. Thank you so much
for your super chat. Wow. Okay. This is from Sally Barton in Tennessee. Tennessee.
Dang!
I'm gonna start paying legal fees with this. Yeah, that's the green right there. I have a feeling. What's it say?
It says
Sunday Fun Day.
From Sally says, hello, I miss George saying happy Sunday Fun Day. So guess what I found? LOL. And of course, there's always money in every find.
Dang!
Yeah, Sally Burton.
She piled that money up. Both sides. Holy cow.
That's perfect. Wow.
Happy Sunday Fun Day.
Yes. Thank you, Sally.
Oh, this gotta be for George. Gotta be. I know what I'm eating for dinner tonight after the auction.
Creamy eggs, Cadbury.
It's from Shane Cook.
You can't go wrong with Cadbury.
He said, sorry it's late. Happy Easter.
It didn't melt, Shane, so that's
And it won't have a chance after the auction tonight. Tearing into them things.
This one came directly from Amazon, and it says, George, best chicken mama.
Okay. Right now, Deanna's the chicken mama.
It says, happy birthday, George. All your fans love you. From Debbie Vaughn. Aw, Debbie. Debbie sent a delicate aroma.
Oh, we need that right now.
It's natural mineral wax and pure essential oil scented candle.
Yeah.
The house almost caught on fire, by the way.
Yeah.
From a candle.
Because I like candles burning.
It's my last nerve scent. Oh, look, it's on fire.
Boy, that's appropriate.
That actually smells really good.
That's appropriate.
This is almost too cool to burn.
How many times do you get on my last nerve?
She also sent, what is this? Happy Pop gift series. I bet these are socks.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness.
Oh, Debbie. Debbie.
Wow. Wow.
So a story was shared today.
Well, don't miss tomorrow's video. Do not spoil alert it. Do not spoil alert it. But
Jeremy doesn't know how to, he can't keep it to himself.
Enjoy your gift. A little something for a little prince from Little something for a little prince from Bridget. I think this might be for Baby Salt. Yes, this is for Baby Salt. Yep, that's for Baby Salt. Thank you so much, Bridget. Thank you so much. We do appreciate it. We truly do appreciate it. Okay, we got more, don't we?
Yeah.
We got some more.
This box is a heavy one.
All right, this one is from K. Pila from Arizona. And let's see. Holy unicorn! I bet that's for Dr. Crystal.
Is it?
I bet you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I bet you. I bet you that's for Dr. Crystal. Let me find out.
I'm gonna have to take it down.
Oh wait, this says private. I made these. Sorry. I'm just reading right now. Yep. But let Dr. Crystal pick one first. It says private. Sorry. I know it says private.
Okay.
There are a bunch of unicorn tumblers. And oh yeah!
Yes, one for
Yeah.
and one for down there.
Yes. Okay. All right. Bunch of unicorn tumblers. Thank you so much. I'm gonna pass that off to you.
Okay.
And woo. Okay. By the way, the condos are officially open for business. Officially open, and they are booking like quick. Like day one, before we even promoted. Day one, we had like 10 bookings, and then every day more bookings, more bookings, more bookings, more bookings. They just updated the pictures. So if you sent something for the condos and it made it into the condos, or you want to see a piece of treasure from a storage unit and it's in the condos, now you can book it. You can actually see it. And the reason why I say that is because that's got to go to the condos.
Oh yeah, that'll be perfect.
That has got to go. Hope you enjoy this gift for the peacocks and the condos. Love and prayers, Helen and Todd Stackhouse, your friend.
Aww,
so apparently this is for the peacocks, which there are
officially 5 eggs now.
There's been a total of 8 eggs laid so far.
8.
And Mama is brooding.
Oh,
Mama is definitely brooding. Oh, you know what?
What?
I bet you the tail. Yep. This is a 2-piecer. This is definitely yep. Look at that. That's a 2-piecer. All right, I'm gonna have to put this together tomorrow. Yep. And then you put the flare up there. Okay. I like it.
That's cute.
For the condos and the
really
peacocks. Cute. Okay.
All right, this one I think it's from Bug's Adventure, if I'm reading that right. And it says, oh, this is a long one. This is a long one. Do you want to read it or you want me to?
You read it while I get one of these Shane Cook.
Hello, Jerry and George and the rest of the gang. There is costume jewelry, maybe some silver pieces. I know George loves selling rocks. Here is perfect ones for her to sell. Not like the Boulder unit that you won. Everyone's always bringing up the rock unit that you won. That's probably one of the most memorable ones. That was such a fun unit to see. Made me laugh so hard. I'm glad you shared it. Please, what not at all for court costs or paying your contractors. One thing is put some money in a pot of barbecues to take out any volunteers and the rest of the gang. Aw, I've been there with a neighbor stalker when as far as getting ready for a court date, but we moved across town and it helped. But they try to find where I was. They finally moved out of state. I sold our house and moved away. Once in a while, that person tried to get a hold of us. After a while, she just stopped. That person was crazy, but never went the far as like your neighbors. But it was the scariest part of my life. You're all in my Paris Bryce adventures. Well, that's why we put the ranch up for sale to get away from them. Not
only that, we're getting pickup for all of our whatnot shipments now. We don't have to go to the post office anymore.
Well, we still do have to go to the post office, but we don't have to spend as much time there loading.
We can get in and get out and not have to see them.
Right.
And that's what's important. All right, this is from KP, Phoenix, Arizona. Let's find out what. No! Oh!
No way.
Yes way. Yes way. Oh my goodness.
Are these different ones?
Yes. There's different ones.
This is the quad rod. That's the quad rod right here.
There's different ones. Check
there it
that
is.
out. Oh wow.
Boy.
Wow.
Boy.
Oh.
Who sent those?
Well, KP did. All right.
KP.
Hello. After I saw these on your channel, I thought I should find 19 plus 3 quad rods that
Oh
came
my
with the
gosh.
order. I hope this will help you. Carla, aka Crafty Granny. P.S. I also send blue buckets a week or so. All the blue buckets are going back to Florida with George.
Be taking them back to Florida.
She heads back to Florida this week, and those will be all going back to Florida.
This one's labeled to Patience and Christian.
Great. Let's find out if it's safe.
Let's open her up, and that's the last one.
Okay, and let's see. Is it safe? What is it? Oh, I know what it is. It's a step stool for Patience when she's running the auctions. It is. That's what it is. Who's it from? Who's it from?
It came directly from Amazon.
It's a step stool.
No, thank you.
And I don't see a note. It's a step stool.
Oh my gosh, she's going to appreciate it. So thank you to whoever sent it.
Christian is going to have to put it together and assemble it. But it'll be, they'll love it. They'll absolutely love it. All right, so this week, holy cow. I'm out at Otter Creek. And these freaks are now teaching a child to scream and yell. So let me get this straight. They build a fence for privacy, try and get me arrested for filming for my own protection, and claim that I'm trying to film a child, which is completely and totally false. I'm sure most of you understand that. The vast majority of you who actually have brains realize that these creeps have pulled out guns, threatened us with our lives, pulled in other creeps that have threatened us with our lives. All of this
continue to violate the civil protection order.
All this is going into Ohio court. All of this is in federal court in Florida as well. And now, teach up a child in the way that they should go, and they shall not depart from it. And now they're posting proverbs as if these fools have biblical verses. As if these
Christian crap that she was
the Christian crap about. Yeah, the
Remember
Christian crap.
She told Levy County Sheriff that's all she posts is Christian crap.
Well, the autistic crap posted it first, then she copied it, which is funny because she's literally posting about herself, which is my goodness. So now we're teaching children to do what they're doing. And I bring this up.
But they want to be left alone, right?
Yeah.
They want to be left alone.
I bring this up because of something extremely sensitive. And I've gone back and forth on whether I'm even going to share this. And George and I have not talked about this, though.
Thank you, Tina.
George has
firsthand
witnessed all of this in my life. Okay. And so regardless of whether so let me back up a little bit because so few even comprehend or understand what I'm about to even address. And that's great. You shouldn't even involve yourself with it because it is a personal and private family issue. And it's much, much deeper than I'm ever even going to explain here on YouTube whatsoever. So what has happened is the What the Hale's ecosystem has put out a motion that my ex-wife has filed in court. Now, I want to be very, very clear. A motion being filed doesn't make it true by any stretch of the imagination. As a matter of fact,
kind of like the motions that Deuce filed.
Well, that's exactly where I'm headed.
None of them were true. Okay. And that's why a lot of them had zero merit and were denied.
So the aspect that's where I want to tie into the Lynette teaching the child, all of these things, okay? So you've got Lynette who files how many frivolous lawsuits so far? By the way, she tries to get a civil protection order against me in the state of Florida. Oh, none of that was true. None of it was illegal. It's gone, voluntarily dismissed. Okay, we got the thumbnail lawsuit saying that I illegally was using her image. Oh, by the way, that's illegal. That was illegal frivolous filing, and that's now dismissed. She's being sued for that.
She voluntarily dismissed it.
We also have the trespass 5 stating that she was stolen from. Oh, wait, hold a second. That was voluntarily dismissed.
By her again.
Frivolous, and she's being sued for it. And she was served for it this week. The insanity that Levy County Sheriff Department will not serve and do their job and their duty so that a process, another service, which is that word that so many saw in a motion on the trespass 5, another process server company was hired to do the job, and Judge Davis immediately approved it. He's sick and tired of this garbage as well, and I appreciate that from Judge Davis. So do you understand filing a motion doesn't make any of it true?
Well, filing a lawsuit doesn't make any of it true either. Why would she file 3 lawsuits and then voluntarily withdraw it, and then those same attorneys that helped her have all resigned and quit and want nothing to do with her?
Okay, so a motion has been shared with allegations from my ex-wife from her attorney, okay? Now, her attorney doesn't even understand the grasp of this, although most of this has been covered in the court system. And, geez, how long was I in court with my ex? 10 years? Years. By the way, if you think that I'm not resolved to see something to its end in court with Lynette Crook, the anti-what the Hale system, I was in court with my ex-wife for 10 years for her breaking and breaching and violating the visitation order. So I want to be very, very clear. We're talking 10 years. As a matter of fact, to the point where I almost bankrupt myself 2 times fighting it in court. When I say that I'm willing to spend every penny to restore my character, my integrity, I will spend every penny, and then I will go make more, and I will continue the fight. So I think that's really important to set this up where we're going. When somebody says something, puts it even in a court filing, it doesn't make it true by any stretch of the imagination. Now, here's what is true, okay? Now, I know people are asking because we keep getting messages, and for those who are concerned that this is being shown, here's the first thing I have to share with you, okay? Everybody keeps saying, is this legal? Can they show this? Is it illegal? Listen, I don't know where they got it. I'm kind of shocked that it's even out there, to be honest with you. So whether it was, I don't think it's public record. It was probably supplied. That's my guess. Again, I don't know, and nor have I ever tried to get it. But here's what else is out there. And so this is what I think is extremely important, okay? So somebody makes allegations, all right? Somebody makes allegations. That doesn't mean it's true. Now, here's what is true. And I want to be so blatantly clear. And I apologize that I'm having to share some of these things on Mother's Day. And frankly, I've gone back and forth whether I'm going to share. The only parent of my children that was ever investigated for abuse, for beating and bruising my children, was my wife at that time. As a matter of fact, she told her psychiatrist that she did it. Her psychiatrist turned her in, and she was investigated. And this is all public record. Now, as been said in the past by my own son, my dad was never home. You can't on one side say my dad was never home, and that's true. That's very true. I was traveling and I was speaking. I was so disheartened in my relationship that I didn't want to be home. And I did a disservice to my children. I did it wrong by all stretches of the imagination. So you can't on one hand go, my dad was never home, but on the other hand, dad was doing this to me. Dad's either home or he's not home. The only person that was ever investigated was my ex-wife. And those are records that I would assume you can't get, but Holmes County Children's Services has them. And so you want records, get the real records. Don't get a motion that somebody filed. Get the true, real records. As a matter of fact, during this process, I told my lawyer, we're not going to fight her on it. We're not going to fight on anything. We are just going to do everything they ask us to do so they can't ever look at a judge and go, look, he's fighting. And so they made me, how many counselors did I have to go to? Do you remember? I had to go to...
You had to jump through a lot of hoops.
Okay, so family reunion. So just so we're all on the same page. What happened, my wife files for divorce, and then my wife doesn't want a divorce. And I tell her, no, I don't want to be with you. And so we go forward with the divorce. I'm seeing the kids, no problem, but I start seeing somebody. Now all of a sudden she has a problem. She withholds the kids from me for months because I'm seeing somebody. And I want to be very clear in this aspect. I was much more immature then, and I did it wrong. I introduced the kids too early, and that was not okay. And they weren't ready for that, And my thought at that point was, listen, you filed for divorce. This is my life now. I'm just going to live it. And come on, kids, let's go. And that was the wrong way to approach that by all stretches of the imagination, which I realize now. Hopefully, I've matured enough. I did that wrong, introduced wrong. And my ex-wife started to withhold the kids. Now, frankly, I'm going to be very transparent. While I hated that my ex-wife did that and I had her in court, and by the way, all the court documents are there as well, that she was constantly threatened to be put in jail for violating the visitation. So constantly she was told again and sued over and over and over. And at the same time, looking back now with the person that I was with at that time, frankly, it was probably God protecting my kids, because that person was very abusive to me. And so that person I kicked out of my house 5 times. Every time she got violent physically. So the verbal was always there, but every time she got violent physically, 5 times, I kicked her out. I always told her, if you get help, you can come back. If you get help, you can come back. And so in hindsight, my ex-wife actually probably saved my kids from a lot of that. And yet at the same time, she was breaking the law. And so the aspect of what I had to do, I had to go to reunification counselor, which she was incredible. As a matter of fact, on this court document that I'm about to share with you, she was absolutely incredible. You can see, there she is right there. There's my reunification counselor. She was amazing. And frankly, in the court record, you will hear her tell the judge that I was amazing during these sessions with my daughter. And so that's in the court record. Why isn't anybody showing that? Why isn't anybody showing? There was 5 counselors. I even had to go to batter's intervention, which I've never, ever have laid my hands on any female.
I remember,
do you remember the
came
stories?
back and we'd share a story about one specific member in the group
Who beat his girl with a
with a nutter butter.
It was crazy. I'm sorry for laughing, but it was crazy.
And the instructor would ask you every time, why are you here? Like, why are you even here?
And so the instructor was said, why are you here? I voluntarily, I did not legally have to go. I voluntarily went to every single one of these classes, instructors, and counselors, so that there would be no fight, no argument with reunifying with my kid after my ex-wife broke the civil protection order for years, to where the court ordered counseling, reunification counseling. And through that, I continued with my own personal counseling, family reunification counseling. There was like 5 counselors. Every single one wrote into the court and said, Jeremy is not a threat. He is a normal human being that loves his kids and wants to be with his kids. Every single one. And yet, we haven't seen any of that online. Why haven't we? As a matter of fact, there's actually a lie detector test for that court case. Now, I even struggle saying this.
Have we seen any truth posted from the other side, from the anti? So why are you surprised that they haven't?
We're going to see what the judge had to say about it, because I have the order. So part of the batter's intervention was you have to take a lie detector test. Now, I even struggle even sharing this because
a polygraph?
Because a polygraph isn't admissible in the court of law.
Oh, so, Lynette begs to take them.
So Lynette is always begging to take it. And so there were allegations by my ex-wife, and I had to go with a forensic, I don't know if forensic, I have it somewhere. It's in, if these records are public, which I seriously doubt.
No, when it involves other children.
None of it is being shared. There is a full polygraph report. While it's not admissible, it was part of the record. And I passed flying colors. They said Jeremy didn't do any of these things. Now, doesn't matter the allegations that my ex-wife made. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter with the polygraph, because it's not admissible in the court of law, even though it's in the information with 5 different counselors all saying the exact same thing. The reality is this: my ex-wife, she wanted a divorce. She got her divorce. And then she didn't want me to be with anybody. And to hurt me, she kept the kids from me illegally. And then we were in court for almost 10 years, to the point where this damaged my son mentally. This has damaged my daughter mentally. My oldest daughter won't even have a relationship with her anymore, because now she's old enough to understand what her mom did.
Well, divorces are messy to begin with.
So my oldest daughter has come full circle And my youngest is still living with mom. All right. Now, again, Mother's Day, so very few of you even understand why I'm even addressing this. I'm addressing this because the anti-what the Hales camp is sharing one motion that my ex-wife made, which is not truth. Now, they're sharing it as matter of fact, which means they're now liable. They are liable in federal court. So when you guys are all freaking out going, I can't believe this, they're saying this, don't worry. It's going to be cared for in court. It is going to be cared for in court. Now, what did the judge have to say? As you can see here, there's the case. You can even see the date. And I just pulled this out of my files. And decree, the judge is ordered, a judge and decreed that any and all, I can't read it backwards, can you?
Mm-mm.
I'm going to have to read it this way. That any and all pending motions of the parties are hereby voluntarily dismissed without prejudice. Who does that remind you of, George?
Mm-mm.
Lynette! Voluntarily dismissed, yet again.
But did Vomit read that part?
He doesn't even know who you are. He's so irrelevant. The
That's
guy
so
sits there and
true.
tries to sleep with anybody he possibly can.
Didn't
And he's
he-
trying to keep getting into our DMs to try and get with me.
Didn't he impregnate his victims?
He did. All right. So what I had to do, and this is where it gets a little bit more emotional. What I had to do is, quite frankly, make one of the most difficult decisions in my entire life. Lori, thank you so much. As I worked with the reunification counselor and I worked with the courts, the other side, think of it as the divorce as the anti-Jeremy or anti-what the Hales, what they've done and what they've tried to spin and create in lies. Well, you realize parents do that with kids too. And it was horrific what my daughter was going through and what my son has gone through. My oldest daughter, in her own words, she had to get out of that house as fast as possible. As a matter of fact, my son, even though he doesn't remember any of it, he literally cut out the screen in the bathroom 2 stories up to jump out and come be with me instead of his mom. But he doesn't remember any of that as this was all going on. Trauma. And I bring up the trauma because I had to have the most serious conversation with my counselor. And George was with me through all of this. And the aspect of, do we carry on with this reunification counseling with my youngest, or is this causing more damage because of the fight between the parents? Because what she was getting from me is, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And what she was getting from her mom is all the garbage. He doesn't love you. He's with somebody else. He did this to you. He did that to you. And the record, the evidence, the proof. My ex-wife, while I was speaking at a leadership conference in Pennsylvania, beat my son to bruises and then told her psychiatrist that. That's the record. I have never been investigated. I've never been found guilty. I've never been anything, but my ex-wife has. So now you spin that in a child's mind, a young child's mind, and then you put it in emotion, which is frivolous. And then the judge says, yep, voluntarily dismissed. It's gone. Completely gone. At that point, I made one of the most difficult decisions as I worked through this process with both George and my counselor, Debbie Farmer, thank you so much, is me continuing on reunification with my youngest daughter. And reunification, not based on what I did, based on the illegal activity of what my ex-wife did, keeping them from me. The courts demanded reunification counseling in the process. And at that point, my son was too far gone. He's like, I don't want anything to do with it. And they said, okay, you're 16, that's fine. Even though it's not legal, there is no age. But my daughter, my youngest daughter, they gave her a choice. Well, they didn't give her a choice. They forced her. And in 2 years, she refused to even speak. And they gave her the aspect to design every counseling session. And so the last one was, she would tell me a topic I had to speak on. I made games for her. I brought puppies and animals and the whole deal. And the last one, she told me I had to speak to her for 15 minutes about hand sanitizer.
So from what you've explained to me, she did engage, but non-verbally.
Yes.
And your counselor was there along with hers.
They were all there.
And it was all of you guys were there. And even the adults were engaging and laughing and having a good time.
Great time. And yet she refused based on the gaslighting, based on what she got on the other side. And I went to my reunification counselor, Tracy, and I went, is this causing more damage than good? At what point do we go, my daughter is in the middle of this adult situation that she should have never been placed in the first time, and this is causing more damage than good? And Tracy, my counselor at that point, said, we have to really evaluate that. You're a dad. What do you think? And I went, I hate to say this, but I think this is doing more damage because she's getting this from dad, but then she's getting all this from mom. And maybe she grows through the process like her older sister and turns around and goes, okay, this wasn't reality. And so I made one of the hardest decisions of my life. And I, after a 10-year fight in the courts, I agreed to allow my youngest to not be in reunification counseling. As a matter of fact, as I will show right here, I do not have no contact orders. Contact is explicitly initiated by my youngest, and we could go on and on and on. So contact's initiated by my youngest. Any prior to participating in counseling or jointly with others is hereby vacated. Each party is responsible for the respective attorney fees. Final hearing is canceled, and outstanding court costs are paid by me. And so what happened and what allegations were made, completely and totally false. So the minor few that actually saw those out there in a motion, which has then been voluntarily dismissed, and it was all lies, and no real evidence was ever shown. No evidence from my counselors, no evidence from guardian ad litem, no evidence of a lie detector test, no evidence from Holmes County Children's Services. None whatsoever has been shown. None. I do not have a no contact order with my children. As a matter of fact, Alyssa can reach out to me at any time whatsoever, and that's how we left it in the courts. That I gave her my legal rights as a parent. I gave them to her to say, you can reach out and initiate contact with me anytime you feel comfortable, and I will wait for you. And that is what is in the court order, and that is what is in the truth. And so I apologize that I even have to touch base on this, but understand when you're being lied to, when you're being spun something and evidence isn't being shown to you. An allegation, it's the same as Lynette writing on signs saying that Jeremy Hale's arped my daughter. That's not true. And when all these fools go out there and they repeat it, they're now legally liable. And so when my ex-wife through her lawyer, put in a motion that said, well, Jeremy's this and Jeremy's that, that's not true. And as these fools, which I know Fleesa and I know Dodgy Rabbit and I know Boneless, they've all repeated it. And as Deuce has already told them on a live, you repeat it, you're liable for it. And so don't freak out. All they did was just dug their hole deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. They don't have any real facts, any real evidence. Okay, that being said, we'll clear that all up. And with that being said, happy Mother's Day. We've got $100 to give away for Mother's Day. Best mom ever over on our Whatnot platform. And we also, nope, not going to happen. That's what the judge said to Crook twice this week as he filed frivolous motions. By the way, I believe Crook is going to actually try and beat Deuce's record for denials. And this is going to be fun. Keep a tally. Who's going to get more sanctions, Crook or Deuce? With that being said, happy birthday, George, and we're going to jump on Whatnot.
See you guys on Whatnot.
Literally right now, we're selling coins, jewelry, all kinds of crazy things.
Hello, everybody.
She's already going.
Hello.
So I got to go too.
Welcome.
Stay weird, my friends.
Come on in.
Stay weird.
Welcome. If this is your first